What's going on, Knuckleheads? GKM Gaming here with another LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed video for you, and I'm back with Vintage for part 2 of our series of what is probably coming next. And by next, we mean eventually in LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed. Today, we're going into everybody's favorite faction, Ninjago. And by favorite, I mean either you love it or you hate it, because I feel like that's how everybody feels about Ninjago.
I think that's a pretty safe assumption. You either love it or you hate it, because I don't think there's really an in-between ground with them.
Yeah, well, here's the thing about Ninjago. I was actually talking about this on stream. Well, it'll be last night from when we're recording this, but it'll probably be a couple weeks ago from when people are hearing this. But I feel like there are two types of players in this game. People who really just love LEGO, and then people who really just love Ninjago.
I agree with that, because Ninjago kind of, I think, also got a lot of people into LEGO, especially in recent times.
Especially a lot of the younger player base, they love Ninjago. But let's hear what's actually in the game files right now that might be coming down the pipeline for Ninjago at some point.
So let's just start with what we did last time. Sets. Now, I'm sure as many of you have saw it as you look in the neighborhood. We have two sets that are actually already destroyed there that are more than likely to be the more likely choices. So we'll start with set 70732, which is the City of Styx, which is from the Possession time. Like season 3, 4, something like that.
I think it was season 4. I'm sure my comment section will be blowing up correcting me if I'm wrong.
We can only hope. So that is one of them that is destroyed. It's the one on the top back hill. So that one's in the game. Don't really know much information on it besides that. I think we'll talk about this a little bit more towards the end of the video with the possibility of coal. But seeing a possession set could mean a ghost, spooky kind of coal figure from the series.
Yeah, as well as Maro, who was the ghost, spooky kind of Spinjitzu villain of that arc. I don't know if you saw this, if you watched the series or not. But are Cole and Maro, are they in the data of the game right now?
No. We do have one minifigure that is in the data, but we will come to that one in a little bit.
Okay, so I mean, I think that set gives a lot of, to me, it gives a vibe of a spooky set, because we have the Trader Transport, so it's another spooky set. And it also kind of is, I've always said that they should have the Possession Cole, where he's like the Ghost Cole. I thought that would be a great cross-tag thing, like they did with the DigiJ. And I feel like if that set's going to come out, it has to be with Cole and Maro. I can't see them doing it any other way.
I think that'd be a safe set or safe bet, because it's definitely, there's not really any Possession era figures in the game, I don't think. So I think that if this set did come, which it is in the background right now, I think there is a good chance that it will show up someday.
Yeah, I just think it's probably something they had planned, like maybe like a Ninjago Possession takeover for a Halloween one year. You know, who knows how far in advance they were really planning the original dev team.
So we'll move on. We'll head to the LEGO Ninjago movie now with this next one, set 70612, which is the Green Ninja Mech Dragon. So this one is Lloyd's Dragon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. That one's going to look really cool.
Because we already have Wu's Dragon, so why not have Lloyd's Dragon? He's kind of the big hero of the series, you could say.
Yeah, I'd say he's like the Green Ranger, kind of.
Yep, so he is one that is possible. And that set also does include Garmadon, because Garmadon was in the movie. The one in the game, that is. Yeah. Is from the movie. So I think if any of the Ninjago sets that we're going to talk about are to come, I think this is going to be the next one if it did.
Yeah, it seems like it's the only one that would have any viability with like Ninjago figures, like as a just Ninjago set. The City Sticks is like I said, I thought it was going to be another spooky set. I think this is going to be probably the Ninjago set that kind of brings them back up.
Exactly. And plus, there's not much variety with Ninjago right now.
There's really not.
So, I think that this is a very good one that is most likely, in my opinion, the most likely Ninjago set to come next.
Yeah, I could agree.
But
with that.
we still do have 2 more sets that have been data mined so far. So we'll stick with the same theme of the Lego Ninjago movie, and we got set 70656, which is Garmadon.
What is? I don't even know what that set is.
It is the giant laser shark in the movie.
That's fantastic.
So I would love to see this one in the game because I think that would be just great to go into your neighborhood and just see it.
Yeah, maybe
it's a great set.
Maybe I think actually I'm gonna go bold. I think that's the next Ninjago set coming to the game, and I think that's why they're pushing Great White on us so hard right now.
It's possible. I think Great White actually comes from this set.
I think so too. Now that you're mentioning it.
No, it does not look like he does. A hammerhead shark guy comes from this set,
okay.
But not Great White. But I do think that is definitely a very possible set as well. I do still think that the Green Dragon is more likely.
Yeah, no, realistically, so do I. I was just making a joke about how they're just shoving Great White down our throat lately.
Oh, I mean, I totally agree there.
It's just random. No one understands why. But, he's out there for you guys. Go farm him in the event. Definitely use your event energy on that. I'm kidding. Don't do that.
So, we'll go on to the 4th and final mindset so far, which is Battle for Ninjago City, which is set 70728. This is from the rebooted era.
Okay.
So I think what figures does this still has some of the Stone Warrior armors and stuff like the Zane in the game is in this set.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a little tie there. And this is kind of where you also get the Cyber Zane, which was another big part of the series.
Yeah, that was a big part of the Ninjago lore.
So I think that this set could be a very important one in that sense.
That's a lot.
What they add from it, who knows? But I think this set is still pretty reasonable. I don't really have much to say about this set besides.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
think it does have potential. But I do think the 2 from the Lego Ninjago movie are the most likely ones.
Yeah, kind of like that set just doesn't why did we need another just Ninjago set? Because there's a lot of sub factions of Ninjago, especially with the villains. There's the Serpentine, no Serpentine sets I noticed weren't in the data mine. None of the Sky Pirates, which I actually think the Sky Pirates would fit in really well in Lego Legacy. That'd be a cool, a Sky Pirate takeover. You get one of their sets, which is their airship, and then they all have the Buccaneers tag. Maybe they could synergize with the current Buccaneers. Could have been something cool, but clearly they're not, that's not in the immediate direction that they're probably going to be going in. It looks like they're going to be going with the Possession arc at some point because they have the City Sticks. And then maybe just flesh out the Garma army. I'm not even sure what they would put for Garma army.
Well, they still have more they can always put the serpents in it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, the skeletons.
The serpents and skeletons, I guess, the skeletons were definitely Garma army. The serpents, I feel like they definitely just deserve their own tag and their own set and their own synergy.
What I'm saying is they could still technically fall under it because that was kind of, in the beginning, them working together.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to put young Lloyd in the game, when he's a kid and he's a bad guy.
I do not know. We'll talk some speculation because I think there's a lot of speculation on good characters for Ninjago. But let's talk about the one that we have so far.
Yes.
That we know about. So, we got, back at the Lego Ninjago movie, we got a character coming from there. We got Masako, or Coco Masako, however you want to say it. But Lloyd's mom.
Yeah, I think
that's who she is.
If you didn't see the movie and you just watched the show, you'll probably think of Masako as that old woman who was Lloyd's mom and then like started dating Sensei Wu. This is not the same Masako. This is orange hair warrior Masako who will probably rip your heart out.
Exactly. So I think that she is a very good possibility because we don't have her in the game at all.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of like theory crafting, I think we're pushing towards like a different version of Lloyd. We still have Cole. There's Sensei Garmadon, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's like a ton for Ninjago, but I feel like Masako, like, she's probably coming next for Ninjago. Probably when she comes is when the dragon is going to come. My prediction. But I don't know. I feel like she's the least wanted of like all of the Ninjago figures. The fact that she was in there before Cole, I don't know what they were thinking. Like that it was just a bad idea by them.
So now that's done with the data mine stuff, but I have a question for you. Out of all of the Coles, which Cole do you think would fit best into the game?
Oh, the possession Cole where he's a ghost.
I think I have to agree with that one for sure, with the like orange hands and everything.
Yeah.
I think that would be
give him the spooky tag.
An amazing fit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just like how Jay and Zane, like they can fit into other, like that's the cool thing about this game is like you can go with the regular thing, but I like that like my Ninjago figures can fit on other different teams with other different minifigures and still have synergies. I think that's one of the coolest parts of the game. I mean, there's so many different variants of Cole, and I'm sure there's differing opinions about what people want, but that's the Cole that I've been calling for a while. It makes the most sense.
I think that's the Cole that I think a lot of people want. So yeah. I think that one has a good, very strong possibility. And for coming up, I think that Ninjago does have a very strong chance of being pushed into the game sooner than later, especially with this year being the whatever 10-year anniversary.
10-year.
10-year anniversary of it. So I think it has a very strong possibility of being pushed into the game because of that.
Well, here's the thing about Ninjago. It's Lego's most popular IP, like personal IP that they own. And honestly, if they took the Ghostbusters event and they didn't do Ghostbusters, but they did that as a Ninjago event, like a big, like we're putting in 5 new Ninjago figures and it's a Ninjago takeover, I think they would have done better and it would have cost them less money and we'd probably still have the old development team.
I think that Ghostbusters was a big fail, yes, but I think Ninjago would have been a safe bet, but I appreciate them stepping out, trying something new. They just made it too cost heavy.
Yeah.
I think that was the big downfall.
It was just like, hey, let's bring in all these people. Like, hey, you can get the Ghostbusters, just $1,500. That's it. You know,
exactly.
Not even like a free Peter Venkman that you can like farm easily. Like that would have been nice. Like, give us the most popular Ghostbuster at least. But yeah, they definitely dropped the ball on that.
I definitely think talking about the more, free-to-play era, I think it's safe to say that next week we should talk about Castle and Collectible, probably some of the more free-to-play accessible set or factions.
Yeah, I would love to talk about those. So we'll do a double whammy on next week's episode. Well, that's pretty much all I got for today, Knuckleheads. Please remember to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. I said it backwards, but whatever. Ding that little bell for some notifications, and as always, remember to knuckle up.